Hello and welcome to the Secret Adventures of Black People. I'm your host, Nichole Hill. And this episode is grown, so you've been warned. Hello, and thank you for joining us here today. This is Nicole's Inner Monologue. It's June 2020 and we're in Malcolm X Park in Washington, D.C. Nichole is meeting with two members of our improv team, Precious and Simone. Just a few days ago, protests erupted across the country over the continued murder of unarmed Black people. You would not know it to look at her, but Nichole is currently experiencing unprecedented levels of grief that she's acknowledged has become, quote, troubling. While she attributes most of it to the aforementioned murder of unarmed Black people, she also recognizes that this is something else. Nichole has confessed to herself that she is, quote, irrationally and uncontrollably enraged at white people for responding with empathy and action in this moment, end quote. She may be referring to the recent discovery she and Black people all over the world made that white people had the capacity all along to collectively speak up in meaningful and substantive ways in the face of anti-Black racism and murder, but until now had simply decided not to. This revelation, coupled with the recent violence and memories it triggered of racist incidents in her past, have led Nichole to take up crying a lot and all the time. She has not found the experience to be healing. She debated meeting with Precious and Simone today. They are also Black, and she knows they are feeling similarly. But she worries that because she feels fragile and spiteful, she won't be able to be a source of comfort to her friends. She's expressed concerns that sharing their hurt and disappointment might make them all feel worse. In the end, she decided to join them because, quote, they wouldn't stop texting her about it. Let's check in on them.
No, nothing you can do will make us happy.
Nothing. There's nothing you can
Everything
do.
you do makes it worse.
Literally everything you do.
It's all heightening. It's all height.
Every time, we were talking about this, I'm going on these runs, I feel like white people are going out of their way to be like, good morning, hi. And I'm just like, fuck you, this is your fault.
This is your fault.
You did this.
We should say that to everyone.
Fuck you, Chad. Fuck you.
Like, hey, this is all
Chad.
That's literally what I want to say.
Because this is like fucking people who pollute and own a factory just walking up to a tree and hugging it. What the fuck does this have to do with me?
Simone's illustration has left Nichole with several troubling questions. She believes that many of the white people she knows, loves, and has discussed race with at length believed her when she said racial injustice existed, but why didn't they respond then the way they are now? Can she trust that their actions are genuine, or are they just a performance to avoid public shaming and feelings of guilt? How complicit has Nichole been in their willful ignorance? Heavy stuff. Where are you coming from?
I was home.
Okay.
I was going to go to Costco, but then I got overwhelmed. Because I was like, oh, I have to wear my mask in there the whole time. I'm going to be in there at least an hour. I'm going to die.
Have your crew. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, I might have to Instacart it because I was like, I don't think I have the strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I ain't got it.
No, not at all.
This man, well,
We just gotta take breaks. You just need to take like a lot of breaks. You cannot fight the race war every day. It's just like,
but it's like the thing, like we've been
fighting it.
Like,
Exactly.
It's like escalated and heightened. It's like, but we've been dealing with the
whole time.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just like worn down.
Yeah. Especially because like when it gets loud in your face like this, it's different, and it's also very different to share it with white people.
yeah.
That's like it's taxing in a different
It's
way.
weird because they want to be. You got all these people in the house.
Yes, and it's like, what are you doing here?
But then it's like y'all need to be doing everything.
It's true. That's real.
But it's still fresh. I don't know.
And mean it.
Yeah.
And mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm trying to figure out how many people mean it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird things where it's like, everybody wants to help, but it's like you don't, but you're also speaking for, only talk to your whites and on behalf of the whites. And I'm going to choose to talk on behalf of the whites because I know y'all intimately.
Yeah.
But don't talk about black people or protesters or anything else unless you are
calling
reposting.
it riots or anything like that. It's very coded.
Right. Unless you're reposting from like Amanda Seals.
Oh, wait. I'm so surprised. I was like, both of you are posting Amanda Seals.
This is quite the revelation, folks. Until now, Simone and Precious had been staunchly opposed to the actress, comedian, DJ, singer, author, poet Amanda Seals. Nichole has never quite been sure why, has always meant to ask them, but always forgets.
Why? How did she make it through?
They're short enough. It's like less than 2 minutes.
Okay.
She's saying just what we want to say.
Okay.
I'm like, this resonates. This resonates.
This.
This little thing.
She was like, I know a whole goddamn lot about the Holocaust. And it's fine, but now you need to learn about our Holocaust. That is happening literally still for 400 plus years.
Right. Because you get to do this. And just walk around. I know it's shit. Like, this is not a fucking race war going the fuck on.
And it's your fault.
And it's your fault. That's the whole thing.
But her video was like, you need to reflect on how the fuck you got so far in your life not knowing this shit.
It's been a race war.
Yeah,
this whole time.
The whole time.
and also, we've been saying it the whole time. We've been telling you
y'all don't listen.
that this shit is happening the entire time.
Y'all don't listen.
Didn't care.
Y'all don't listen.
Are you sure? I just feel like they're good people, and maybe they just like don't know exactly. Like been saying it the whole time. And you've been gaslighting us the whole time.
And by you, white liberal who votes right in elections. Y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, they don't listen. Sorry. They don't listen. They don't listen.
That's the problem.
And I know you don't.
Yeah. That's my main thing is, like you said, it's like I need y'all to do the work and talk to each other.
Yeah.
Because they don't listen to us.
Because I think they would talk to
They
each
never
other.
listen to
Absolutely.
us.
Yeah. And listen to it. Like if like, your white girlfriend's like, they're dying. Maybe you're listening.
And I think because he specifically like doesn't listen. Like I don't know if I told you this, but one time he was watching like a Taylor Swift documentary in my home in the morning.
In my home.
That probably started the race war.
Nichole and her friends have been offering warm greetings to every black person that passes by. They say things like, hello, how are you, and stay alive. An older black man is about to walk by with his dog. This man ignores the women's attempts at offering salutations, and they take it in stride.
So,
no, but he didn't want to talk.
He did.
He didn't.
I don't want to talk to none of y'all.
I don't see color. I don't consider. I'm with Raven Simone. I consider myself an American.
He's like, I done been through this shit. I'm fucking part.
I don't want to talk. I heard you down there.
Yo.
Okay, wait. So then he's committed this white violence against you
In April.
Okay.
And I was like, and also when I was like, no, Trump voters are racist, he's like, it's more complex than that. And it's
Okay.
Like,
Well,
so anyway,
all right.
He watched this little Taylor Swift shit or whatever, and I'm like, she's like fucking white feminist, or like she's awful, she's like a terrible person. He was like, what do you mean? And I was like, she gets to play a victim in a way, like Lizzo sings about empowered things because yes, that is her vibe. And also, black women do not sing little sad songs about how
Oh my God, boys in my heart, and like it's like, bitch, we've been singing about race wars.
Like, it was just like, no, like she's using her platform and
whatever.
Like, whatever. And I'm like, no, like black women don't get to sing songs about men treating them not great because we don't care when black women are like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we don't get to be delicate.
Right, exactly. It's
Right?
exactly
So I go back to my room and then I hear like hands clap about it, and I'm like, and that's what I
Most commonly, catharsis refers to the process of releasing and thereby providing relief from strong or repressed emotions.
This is why I came over here. This is exactly
He was
why I
like,
didn't acknowledge
"In
you.
this race
Because
war,
you don't know how to act.
You hoodlums in this park are
I bet y'all are out there burning cars. You're going to go burn. We need the police. That's the thing you young people don't understand.
Okay, for 45-minute episode, 45-minute Netflix special.
God.
Different black people during the race war, and he's one of them.
He's one of them. One of
Done.
them.
Catharsis can also describe the experience an audience member has after watching a character suffer, feeling bad about what the character has been made to endure, and deciding to eradicate the behaviors in themselves that cause the character pain in the play. When Nichole is less heartbroken, I will remind her of both these definitions.
Hot comb.
Coretta Scott King would never.
He's like, y'all come outside like that?
This has been Nichole's Inner Monologues. That's good. Sounds good. I think she's getting better. Hey, thank you for listening to episode 4 of The Secret Adventures of Black People. I'm so happy you're still here, and I'm Nichole, the host, producer, and writer of the show. And if you want to learn more about it, you can follow me on Instagram at Secret Adventures of Black People. Thank you for story editing assistance from Mark Pagan, Lana Nevins, Crystal Ramser, and my improv team, Precious Jenkins, Simone Webster, and Lauren Jordan. Also, shout out to the Black adventurers over at Mahogany Books. Mahogany Books supports DC's Black community by promoting reading, writing, and cultural awareness as tools to improve self-esteem, self-love, and ultimately our lives. They put on the best book talks, and they're based in DC's historic Anacostia neighborhood. That's Mahogany Books on all the socials. Okay, that's it. See you again for more stories about Black folks holding it down across space and time.